Hey guys, today I wanted to talk to you about ACCA, 13 Territory Inspection Department. As you know, I try to watch as many anime as possible in a season. I try and take the information I have at hand and make some quick picks. ACCA is an anime that I was uncertain about. A friend of mine had said the source material was pretty good. She also knows that I really enjoy mysteries and stories that lean more towards the noir. So what is ACCA about? ACCA is a system which oversees the country of Dowa's dealings, which encompasses 13 autonomous districts. Although things seem to be business as usual for ACCA, there are whisperings of a coup d'etat. This anime is 100% a slow burn, but what does that mean? The term a slow burn has been used for quite some time. The pacing is fairly slow, often slower than what most people are used to. To many it feels like a snail's pace. But using a slow burn in movies is seen as the creator giving a nod to its audience that they are intelligent. They pull out the unnecessary plot details and just stick with what they need. It's like saying show, don't tell. Words can be blunt, but motions are often subtle and powerful. We find out information slowly over time. Each bit of information is important for later events. So based on that description, did they use the slow burn wisely? Well, yes and no. For the first half of the anime, I felt like they didn't utilize the time they were given properly. It felt borderline boring. There were several shots of desserts and cigarettes, employees, and so forth. This did nothing to build up the upcoming story. It was simply an environment that existed. If you skipped an episode, not much would have been missed. It was like the creators weren't sure how to progress with the series because they couldn't see how the story would be best played out. It was like a silent voice was saying, "What if they don't understand?" When I got to the second half of the anime, things were falling into place and moments had meaning. I'm sure you're wondering who did a slow burn successfully. Well, Steins Gate is the first anime that comes to my mind. It starts off slow, but every scene is meant to be meaningful and worthwhile, especially on rewatch because things that were missed become so much more apparent. As the anime continues, things become more intense and interesting. One becomes so invested with the characters and where things will go. It's one of the best anime out there for a reason. So, what did I think of ACCA overall? I have mixed feelings. I really enjoyed the opener, the soundtrack, the color scheme throughout. I honestly almost dropped the anime because our main character is so boring and disinterested. If they gave him a personality, honestly in any direction, I would have appreciated it. Yes, he's intelligent, but what else can be said about him? I've heard the argument that he's just laid back, but to be considered laid back instead of boring, the character has to have some other quality to offer. As for the other characters, it was easy to see who would and wouldn't be important. There was a rather large cast involved, but I felt like a lot of characters were poorly utilized. There were many times that I'd wished to see certain characters step forward and throw their weight around. If an anime wants to use several characters, especially in this style of storytelling, they should be used. They should raise doubt for the viewers, so the payoff is huge. There were a lot of passive players in this show, which, in my opinion, made it easier to read the writing on the wall. Having watched and read so many mysteries, I knew what was going to happen early on. One becomes attuned to looking for remarks, motions, and seemingly unimportant events. It clicked pretty quickly how things would fall into place. But I feel that if you haven't been exposed to this style of storytelling, the ending might be a surprise for you. What is my conclusion? I feel that the show is okay, but I don't see how people are highly praising it. It was a good story told in a decent way. I feel that it gets higher praise because we don't see very many anime try to attempt this style of storytelling, especially when we are oversaturated with RPGs, MMOs, and other moe content. Plus, its packaging is quite lovely. Was it enjoyable? Yes. Was it great? No. Will this style of storytelling be for everyone? No. But those are just my thoughts, so until next time, I will see you later.